Hey, it's Kevin McCarthy, and welcome to A Day in Real Estate. Well, this morning I'm out here meeting with Foundation Guru to take a look at one of the rental properties that belongs to a client of mine, and helping him out with that. So the foundations, this summer has been brutal on the foundations with the heat and the drying up of the soil and stuff. So we think this might have some issues going on, so we're going to get it checked out. Yeah, so you got a little bit of cracking here in the front. You got, this is new here. This is definitely new here. That appeared this summer. And then you kind of got a little bit of pulling apart of the wood floor, where it's kind of stretched out a little bit. So you got this cracking coming across here. This is all new. This tile floor in here. How's it? Yeah. Crack going across there. Don't see anything in here. A little bit right there in this corner. These are kind of pulling apart. And then get this crack here in the corner where this is separating, and that's bumped up. So there's definitely some movement in here that's happened this summer. And it's been one of the driest, hottest summers that we've had in a long time, and the foundations just really got beat up on this corner crack in the shower. That's the most recent thing that they said that showed up here. And so the Foundation Guru right now is going around the outside. It's going to take some measurements and stuff like that, and we'll get some soil looked at and see what we need to do.
Called extremely dry. When it pulls away this far from the house, this is an extreme dry condition. So when we saw it a year ago, it was under a normal, healthy condition. And this summer, when they started to notice these changes, this soil got way too dry. This is extreme. So
yeah, there's a sprinkler system running here.
Well, it's not running properly. It's been cut off because you don't get this dry. You can reach your hand in here. This soil, as deep as you want to go, is dry. That's abnormal, right?
Yeah.
We also had in our report that it's a bad idea to drop water right on a corner here to extend the downspouts. So far, my checklist that I did a year ago, I'm not seeing that not only was it not done, but we're also looking at where it went from normal and healthy, now we're crispy and dry. When the soil cracks outside in this area,
yeah,
this is a normal response to that. As you can see it dry as it is now, they should start watering today. They should start watering immediately. When I take elevations today, what we're going to show is what the house is under an extreme circumstance. What we know about soil is as you start to hydrate it, we could see recovery, right? So we would definitely want to take it from this extreme dry to a more healthy condition and maintain it.
Okay.
All right. The expansion joints aren't put back in. We have the same condition here, right? Starting to pull away, the soil is very dry.
That expansion joint looks good.
Yeah. I think that our where we're going to see, excuse us, Where we're gonna see the most elevation change, I think, is probably gonna be, well, we'll see, I'll take my elevations, but when it's that dry, we're on the other side of it. It's time to start watering. It's a little healthier back here.
Yeah. Same thing back here. I guess it's not as dry because the trees.
That's right. The same notes that we had before on the exterior, doesn't seem like anything is changed in as far as those recommendations. Now I'm going to go inside and just take our elevations, and what that's going to show us is how level it is today under an extremely dry circumstance, right?
Okay.
Big recommendation is start watering, at least up against the foundation. I don't care if your grass is green here, but I need that perimeter of the foundation to stay nice and hydrated. And the idea is that most municipalities are allowing hand watering, especially up against the foundation. If it's a drip line or in a soaker hose, you can run that. That's not, because we're not losing it to evaporation, and it's also home maintenance, right? So to your point, a good sprinkler guy, I've seen this a couple of times, you can have just the perimeter of the foundation done on a couple of zones, right? Where that's all you're watering. You're not looking to do the entire yard, right?
Yeah, that's the point. Because with the water restrictions, we may have issues.
And we want to make sure it's just not going through extremes. It's bad to go from a healthy to a super dry condition. We need to get it to where it just is normal, right? Does that make sense?
Yep.
Everybody with me?
Maverick is fascinated with that yellow cable.
So this is a water level, right? Or a newer
essentially
version?
It's like a water level. It has a fluid in the hose. It's got a digital head, so I don't need to plug anything in. It's battery operated. And after you set your reference, and since we've been here, I know where to set my reference. From there, anywhere I place the head of this, it'll tell me within 1/10 of an inch how level it is.
Cool.
Even though we didn't take pictures, that when we did look at it a year ago, we did note that there was interior drywall cracks, and also there was interior cracked tiles. Just FYI, when we looked at it a year ago.
Okay.
That was in our report as well. So, good news on the elevations. Not very extreme from where we were before. It's dropped about a 1/2 inch on average around the perimeter. Given the soil conditions, very normal response to what we're seeing. Hydrate the soil, maintain it as best you can. This got just way behind the watering cycle. When you see it to where you can put a hand in between the gap of the soil and the foundation, the soil just got way too thirsty. Check the sprinkler system, make sure you have head-to-head coverage. Keep it year-round as healthy as we can. Now this got super extreme. If we keep it moderately healthy, doesn't mean if I miss a day or two of watering, the house is gonna fall, crack. But this just got way behind it, right?
Okay.
So when we go from where we found it about a year ago under normal, healthy conditions, and then all the way till now, we just went through the hottest, driest summer, and the house is just saying, hey, I don't like it when it gets this dry. Good news is, when it happens that quickly, it's not unusual that if this got really nice and hydrated and we checked our elevations 6 months from now, we may actually see recovery, right? In our opinion, until the exterior is taken care of, meaning water managed properly, I wouldn't get hyper about fixing this stuff, because it will continue to come and go until that's managed, right? So we take care of the cause, we give it a little bit of time, we know we have control over it, then you can do your repairs and you can feel more confident they're not coming back. We're in an active soil area, meaning the soil is very hyper reactive to how wet and dry it gets. What we need is just for it to be maintained at a normal consistency.
Gotcha.
Okay?
Okay.
Right on.
We can develop a plan.
Yeah, right on. And then here's the other thing. Moving forward, if y'all have any questions on that, if something changes, send us an email with some pictures and I'll let you know, hey, should we come back and take a look? Does it look extreme at this point or something going on? We're happy to help from our desk. You don't always have to pay me to set up and check elevations, okay? I think this one, given that it was a year later, we see some movement, was a great idea. But moving forward, reach out. We're a great resource. If we can help you from our desk, we're happy to do it.
So this house is dancing around a little bit on the clay soil, but it seems like the consensus from the foundation guru, even though the measurements are out on this a little bit, is to start with some gutter repairs to manage the water appropriately around the house and add some drip lines and do some things with the sprinkler system so that we can get that soil in the right place and stable. That way, then we can go into doing some cosmetic repairs on it at some point. But it might not need to be leveled at this point, unless it just is a continuous ongoing problem that we can't seem to manage. But the first step is going to be to start with the gutters and start with the water management around the house, because he said it might just correct itself by doing that. And that's really good news, because that'll save this homeowner some money. Anyway, I'm Kevin McCarthy. If you would like recommendations for somebody to take a look at things, if you have questions about things going on with your house, or foundations, we see it all the time out here, and we're seeing it a lot this summer because of the super dry weather that we had. The foundations are just really getting beat up by this hot summer that we had. Anyway, it's another day in real estate. I'm Kevin McCarthy. Peace.